Hello, everybody. Today I am joined by the wonderful Aaqib. Aaqib, good to see you. How are you today?
Good to see you, Dan. I'm good too. How are you?
Very well, very well. Always good speaking to you. Um, the
Same
purpose
here.
of today's chat. So again, thank you for being here. What I want to do today is to uncover some more stories from the world of gaming and esports, and I'm really happy you could join me because I'm super, on a personal level, super inspired by some of the conversations we've had already and your journey so far. And I want I want more people to see this industry in through your eyes, basically, right? So your journey and your experiences. So for everyone tuning in, you'll see below some links. Please do connect with Aaqib if you've got interest in collaborating in the future. But otherwise, enjoy this, and yeah, he's got lots of wise thoughts and experience in this industry. So, Aaqib, over to you to kick things off. Tell us firstly a bit about you. Where are you from? Where are you now? What have you been doing in your life so far?
All right, Dan. So, I'm right now 26 years old, and I'm a citizen of India. And I have been into gaming, since 2000, I would say 7 or 6. No, I would say before 2006, like 2004 or something. And we started playing console games, the cassette games,
Yeah, absolutely.
and I used to play Mario. I used to play, Contra was my favorite, but yeah, I played Mario as well, and I saved the princess like about 1,000 times. And then we had PS1 introduced to us in 2000, like 4, I guess. And in 2004, I started playing PS1. There was a Shaolin Soccer, I think. Yeah, Shaolin
Mm,
Soccer. So you kick the ball with fire or something like that. So
okay.
I used to play that, and then after having good console gaming, PS2, brought us very good games in graphics wise and everything, and everyone's favorite character Goku in Tenkaichi, and cartoons also had a very huge influence on me, on playing games. For example, everyone used to watch Dragon Ball Z. I'm pretty sure everyone is a big fan of DBZ.
Absolutely.
So of course I found a game called Dragon Ball Z Tenkaichi Budokai something. So we started playing that, and then it was a good game. I mean, it was a small world, open world. You get to fly, you get to use the Kamehameha and
Okay.
everything. And it was an awesome game. And I moved into USA, and after moving into USA about 2005, I guess, yeah, between 5 and 6, something like that. So I joined a school, and then I was not familiar with people. I mean, of course, it's a different country. I don't get into
Mm,
people very easily. So I moved into USA with my father. He was a petrol pump cashier there, and then we had a house, and he also didn't let me talk with people. I mean, it's not very easy to make friends who are of different nationality.
okay.
So he rather let me play games. He said, go ahead, I brought you this PS2 and knock yourself out. And I did play, some Here Comes the Pin, Smackdown Here Comes the Pin is an awesome game. I mean, everyone loves it. We had like a group of 6, I mean, of the same nationality later on. And then we got a multi-tap, and we all connected, and we did a Hell in a Cell, and it was an awesome experience. It was fun. And I have been doing gaming since my childhood. Everyone must have, but I kind of took it very seriously. And then in the gap between 2006 to 2011, I would say, I was just doing casual gaming, and my schooling as well, of course,
Hmm.
projects and assignments, this homework didn't let me have that much time.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then we came back to India around 2007, and then I started doing my schooling. And of course, after my schooling, I actually passed with good marks, and I had very good marks in mathematics, and I had very good maths in English, geography, everything, leaving science.
Yeah.
I don't know why I always sucked in science.
Can't do
Uh,
everything. You can't do everything perfectly. It's
True,
like
true, true, very true. But I believe, I don't know what you think about it, but my opinion in gaming is it sometimes enhances the thinking process of a person. For example, Dota 2, it's a strategical game. Team fight tactics, it's a strategical game. So you have to actually calculate the numbers. I mean, if the person is building this, he has like about 137 damage, I need to have 150k damage, something like that. These numbers kind of
Yep.
enhance the thinking process of people. So I started thinking, I mean, if I do this today, will it be advantageous to me? What kind of numbers will it be? I mean, how much is the percentage of it being advantageous to me? I kind of think like, gaming does enhance that thinking in human beings.
I
And
really believe. Sorry, yeah, just to interrupt. I
mhm.
massively support that. I think, like anything, though, I think when you've got someone's attention, for a period of time, you can influence that in many ways. But I think the natural nature of it, dexterity, so your hand-eye coordination, is
Awesome,
obviously
awesome.
enhanced. But yeah, I think mathematics is there's many ways that you could build mathematics into the games, and indeed the coding, right? The way it's actually built, the way you actually write games.
Exactly, exactly. I'm glad that we're on the same boat.
Totally.
I hope some people more join our boat.
Absolutely.
So yeah, I believe that. And then after 2012, PUBG Mobile was introduced in our mobile games.
Yep.
And between 2007 to 2012, I used to play PC games. I used to hang out during with my friends to the hubs, and I made a lot of friends who are gamer friends. I had people who play Dota 2, CS:GO, and of course everyone started the PC gaming, I'm pretty sure, by CS 1.6.
Right.
So I also went in CS 1.6, and I got the name called Ullah, ULLAH. And I believe, yeah, let's go with this gaming name. And I kept this gaming name, and then I entered into PUBG Mobile.
Okay.
And after entering into PUBG Mobile, I kind of you know started playing it. I wasn't a pro, I won't say I was a pro or something, but yeah, there was a tournament announced, and about 250k teams, they registered in the tournament. That's a huge number.
Wow. All from
And me
India.
and my
All this is
friends,
all in India, is
all
it?
from
Yeah.
India. Yeah, it was a campus championship tournament. So basically
Yeah.
it was for people who are in colleges only, not also
Yeah.
people who are graduated. So it was a limited number. Limitations were there, but still the number was huge.
Right. Right.
And then I qualified. I won't get to there right now. So me and my friends, we just registered as a time pass. We said, yeah, let's go, let's try our luck out. So yeah, we tried our luck out, and fortunately we passed the first round. Then we qualified the second round. Then the third round, where stuff was getting hard. So we started facing teams who actually played to practice as esports.
Mm.
We were used to playing casual gaming, normal, just hang out in the car, go and die or kill all people. But these guys, they were people who strategize the games, they build their tactics and everything. And we started struggling in the first two matches. Then we decided, buddy, we need to camp. It's not the same like casual gaming. We need to camp, and we started camping. And took out the smart key points. So like if you see someone outside who's already knocked, and we that's a perfect point for us, and we started building up points. And fortunately, we after changing our strategies and tactics, we placed first on the qualifier stage, and we qualified to the semifinals. And there was a team called TSF in our lobby, and we used to watch these guys on YouTube,
Hmm.
and they were against us. And we were like, look, TSF is in the lobby, all we have to do is survive till the last, and not get into their eyes. And
Yeah.
this is what we decided, because we know these guys, we have been learning through watching them. And yeah, so what happened is we decided, buddy, we're going to play this very passively. So we jumped at a place, and we went very far away, to Primos from the plane line. If you're familiar with PUBG Mobile, so
Yes.
there's a
Yeah.
plane line, and you jump very far. So I jumped very far away from the plane line, and the first team we encountered was TSF.
Oh wow.
uh, and actually, we were the first ones who reached the location where we were supposed to loot. And Then after that, TSF came. So we kind of had an advantage, but still, I don't know how. Even after having like extra 2 minutes before them, they had better equipment than us.
Yeah.
And I don't know what went inside my buddy's soul, but he started knocking them out like they were nothing.
Okay.
Yeah. So he knocked out two people. He half damaged the third person, and the fourth person already ran away.
Yeah.
So we are like, how did you do this? And we didn't leave the advantage. We rushed and we got two kills, but the second guy got revived and they both went away. I don't know what happened with them. They might have lost their exposure composure or something.
Yeah.
But we were very happy.
Yeah.
And facing the team you thought who was the hardest, kind of, and being successful against them kind of boosted our morals.
Yep.
And we got chicken dinner in that game, and we placed first, and we played with a lot of confidence, got a lot of kills, and fortunately we qualified in the grand final, which was a
Incredible.
$70,000 tournament. And from there we played good. We were second in the starting 4 rounds, and it was a 1 day tournament. And the last round we messed up pretty hard. They bombarded us like nothing. I mean, they threw 11 to 15 nades in one building, and we were all in that one building.
Oh wow.
And there was a huge audience in front of me, and I also psyched out. I said, what what am I supposed to do? I was the IGL, I was the in-game leader. So I didn't know how to face the audience as well as perform in
Yeah,
the
it's a new,
tournament. It was,
totally new experience.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So having an audience and being in a lot of hopes of people, I was panicking, and I
Right.
didn't give the call of going to different buildings. So yeah, we had to die, and we placed 10th. But I was very happy after, because there was 250K people registering.
Yeah.
And out of that 250K teams, sorry, and out of that we came top 10 in the whole country.
Incredible. Wow.
That's something, I mean, we never expected, honestly, never expected.
Amazing. And you said that, so the live audience, how many people were watching that then, roughly? Do you
So
know?
around on social media, I would say 2 million people were watching,
Oof.
and
Wow.
total views were about 6 million or 7 million.
Yeah.
And the audience in front of me was around 3,000, something like that.
Wow. Wow.
So that's a
Great
huge number.
experience. And you were, so how old were you at this time again? So roughly
I was
speaking.
around 23, I guess.
Okay. Right.
22 or 21, something like that. It was on
Amazing.
2018. I'm 26 right now.
Yeah.
So yeah, 22.
Yeah. Wow.
So
Superb. Okay, so that was a big step forward then, let's say, in
but
your,
I would like to tell you there were many dark parts with the event as well.
Yep.
So I was supposed to change city to go to the tournament. So of course online, you won't have a lot of interruptions with your families, your people, guardians. I mean, it's online, you're playing, and it's a half an hour thing. But now when you're going away from your family for like 5 to 10 days just for an event, for a gaming events, they didn't support it in the start. They said,
Right.
you don't need to go, what are you doing? I said there were 250K teams who registered. Out of them I qualified. It's a huge thing for me. It's kind of a career making thing for me. Let me go. And they were like, this gaming is not a career. How can gaming be a career? Career is engineering. Career is doctor. Career is not gaming. How can you do it? Just sit back, start studying. Your exams are near. Don't go. And fortunately I sneaked out. i I sneaked out with my friends. And then well, after reaching the stadium, my mother called me. She said, now when you're there right now, you should win and come back, or you don't come back.
Okay, there's another dilemma.
So
Wow.
I would say, I don't know what I was supposed to think about it. Maybe I'm supposed to be motivated or demotivated. I mean,
Yeah.
she told me to win, but she also told me not to come back. So I
Wow.
was,
Okay.
anyways, yeah, there was very less support, but then I did good. And actually, analysts who were watching the tournament, they kind of grabbed an interest in me. And there was a clan called Soul. is the best clan in India right now. I
Hmm.
mean, it has a huge audience, about 6 million audience, and a lot of followers and a lot of views and content creators. So they picked me up. That's a huge thing for me.
Yeah.
And I joined them, and my friend was there with me as well. But the rest of the two teammates, they left. They said, "Now we cannot continue our esports career because we
Okay.
have to continue our studies." So I said, of course, I won't be interrupting you in that. And we two people, we went and we joined. So over there, I used to hang out on the Discord of the clan's Discord, and there were 100 people, 200 people waiting to talk with me. I was like, who am I?
Hmm.
What did I do for these people to wait and talk with me? I mean, I had nothing. I mean, who am I? These guys don't even know me.
Yeah.
They're not even from my city or my college or my school. They don't know me. They always are there to talk with me. And then I started realizing that I should start doing content creation. I should start being an influencer. And
Okay.
then I kind of, reached out to my guardians saying that I need equipment to stream. I need equipment to create content because I had an Android,
Yeah.
which was a very low spec Android. I couldn't even play the game properly, and recording and making content is a very uh, impossible thing to do in that device. So I
Yeah.
needed a device, I needed streaming equipment and everything. And then my train crashed there over. So my father said, "Look, I'm not going to support you in this." And my mother was the same. And for unfortunately, then there came a rule that organization cannot have two more than one team playing in the same esports event as well. So
Okay.
I had to leave. And there was a huge opportunity for me today. If you go and you check out Seoul on Google as well, you'll find a huge gaming house. You'll find them having huge number of subscribers, followers. There's a guy named Mortal. He has around 7 million for subscribers on YouTube.
Yeah.
And of course you have your own content, but being a part of a content creation groups, that would create a huge career for me, and I had that in my hand.
Right.
But I wasn't supported. So I then gave up. I said, it's family and family first.
Mm.
And I said, "L- all right, let's not live my dream, let's live the dream my parents want me to live." So I decided to start studying again, and I stopped gaming completely. And then I started working on the dream they want me to be. Then I slowly realized, I mean, I also have a dream. Yeah, you are a family, of course, but I have a dream. And in the end, I have my own life, and I have to carry out this dream because I know I'm good at that. I know I'm not good at what you want me to be, but I'm good at what I want to be. And then it was too late for me, but still I started coaching people. I created my own organization, and I had like about 9 teams or 8 teams there. And I coached them all how to be a proper esports player, how to make a esports career. And I teach them how to play good in. I gave them tactics, I gave them a lot of stuff they
Great.
needed for
Yeah.
being a esports guy. I gave them guidance and everything. And then not only the people who were inside my clan, but also of course people who wanted to get inside to esports.
Yeah.
And then TSM came in, Fnatic came in our country, and then Galaxy Racers came in, Orange Rock came in. And actually there was an ecosystem, actually there was a career being built up in esports
Amazing.
in our nation,
Yeah.
because those are big names. Fnatic is the biggest name in esports,
Yep.
and TSM, one of the biggest name in esports. And when they started coming in, uh, everyone knows that now it's the time to create a career in esports. But at that time I basically was not gaming, and I couldn't get precious teammates like I had before. I
Yeah.
needed to make a relationship with them, then make tactics with them, then make them understand how we're supposed to do stuff. And that's very time taking for me, and I didn't have it right now. So I just coached people, and then I just guided people. And fortunately there were many people who were successful. They reached out in very huge tournaments, 100K tournaments, 150K tournaments, and they reached to the finals. And I'm very happy watching them. They got sponsored, they got hired, their career
Right.
started. So out of 9 teams, I was successful in getting at least 8 teams, you know, getting a career.
Well
So
done.
I helped them out. So I was very happy on that. I felt like it is an achievement for me, even though it's not a, uh advantage for me.
Yeah.
But I'm happy that I didn't let a second me happen. Honestly, I didn't let a second me happen,
Yeah.
and I
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
very happy.
It's amazing, honestly. Well, first of all, again, and we haven't finished. I know there's loads that you've missed there already, but that's fine. There's so
True, true.
much in what you've said that I want to just reference. I mean, first of all, no, but as you said, family first, and that's that everyone in the world, I think, would back you up there. So, hats off to you for realizing that, but then also to believe in your dream and focus on what you love is so important. When we think how much time is spent in work versus not working, it's quite scary. So, totally a big fan of doing what your heart says as well. So very tricky dynamic, but you've clearly become the person you are having done that as well, right? Without having that change, arguably you would be a very different person. Maybe you would be a super subscribed YouTuber. Your approach to life, your expectations from others would be very different to maybe how as it is now. So count your blessings, I say, and focus on where you're at, and it's awesome. Hopefully we can inspire some more people to live their dream through this as well.
Hopefully, yes.
So fast forward then a bit now to today. So you are currently living in Abu Dhabi.
Yes, I am.
That's quite a recent move there. So why the Middle East? Why did you decide to come that way?
All right. So after quitting as a esports athlete and an influencer and a gamer, so I got opportunities to become a manager. Manage out organizations doing what they like and carrying out their operations. So there was a organization called Go Game Life,
Mm-hmm.
and they basically created events in games, like small games which have small communities, but they did a good thing. So the spreaded community, for example, there's a huge number of people but they are not together. So they brought them together by creating events, made them come in one Discord, one WhatsApp group, one, you know a lot of stuff, social media same, and then
Yeah.
they threw out tournaments for them. And I carried out their events and tournaments for them. And I said, when I'm getting a option to work in the field I love the most, which is esports, I took it up and I started working with them. And then there was a huge event supposed to come, which is called IGX. There's around 25,000 audience which
Mm-hmm.
comes in India to just, it's an expo. So we were going to do something like that there, but then COVID-19 crashed
Mm-hmm.
the event, and then everything stopped in the company. We had a lot of offline events in our mind, and everything stopped because of COVID-19, and the company unfortunately shut down. And then I got desperate for a job
Right.
because it was my age. I was around 24, and it was my age, and I had to get a job.
Yeah.
So I was approached by a entrepreneur. He wanted to start his esports organization, and then I got with him, and we worked together, and we built up a company called Modeling Corps.
Yeah.
And after being in Modeling Corps, we were a social media company. We hosted events, we hosted scrims, tournaments, content, streamers battles, something like that, doing events with streamers and everything. And through this I was uh, you know building up my network as well. I was in a network of pool of around 8,000 to 9,000 influencers in India. So that was a huge number for me.
Mm.
And then after studying the whole Indian esports ecosystem, and after, of course, PUBG Mobile getting banned in India, esports was kind of going down again. After a huge climb on the ladder, it kind of fell down a few steps, and we
Okay.
said we don't want to stop. So we thought of changing our countries. So we came to Middle East because Middle East was growing huge.
Yeah.
Gaming was growing huge. The Arabs were going crazy over gaming. COD Mobile, PUBG Mobile, Dota 2, CSGO, the numbers in Arabs were high, very high. So we came here and we thought of hosting a very huge tournament, like a 150K tournament for PUBG Mobile in Coca-Cola Arena, which is very famous here,
Yeah.
offline event. And then stuff between me and the owner of the company kind of started getting irregular, and I wasn't meeting his requirements and he wasn't meeting my requirements, and there was many other stuff going on behind which I cannot uh, completely state it right now. But then
Yeah.
I decided I won't be going back to my nation right now, because I know Middle East and the esports scenario is going to grow very hard.
Let's think again about educating more people. How would you describe a typical day in the life of a professional esports gamer? So what's the kind of, from waking up in the morning or afternoon, whatever, like what would you say? Like how many of these players right now are also studying, are also working? Are they playing through the night and then going to work during the day? Like, is there a typical trend that you've seen from the fellow gamers in your network?
I would say that like two type of gamers. One is supported by organization and one is not supported by organization. So
Yeah.
the one who's supported by organization has a clear schedule with him. So he has a manager to manage him, he has other managers to manage other stuff for him, so content creators and everything. So they would be given a schedule of waking up early in the morning, then they will have gym, then they will have breakfast, then they will have practice sessions, then they will have actual esports sessions like tournaments or events or scrims or something like that, for
Mm-hmm.
the proper esports revenue gaining system, I would say, where
Yeah.
the organization wants them to actually perform. So after that, then in the night they would chill out, they would have their own time. You want to create content, you do that. You don't want to create content and practice out with your teams or friends or whatever you want to have family time, that's up to you. Now a person who's not in an organization won't have a schedule. So what he would do is he would just wake up whenever he's supposed to wake up, whenever he wakes up, and he starts creating his content if he does that. And then he calls up his friends and he does a session with them, and then of course registers and plays and whatever. But there won't be a proper schedule for gamers who are not in an organization.
Right.
So
Okay.
that's how a gamer schedule would be in my mind.
Yeah. Very fair. Um, and how do so I see more and more tournaments happening, which is only a good thing, right? The more platforms and the more stages that are made for gamers, the bigger the industry will become. How do people hear about them normally? Like, is it all through social media promotions, or do people get reached out to directly to and invited, as exclusively to tournaments? How do typically people hear about these events?
So right now in esports it's only digital marketing.
Mm-hmm.
Of course we hear about this through the publisher itself, because as soon as we start the game, the publisher posts it on their platform. And of course we have social media like Instagram, LinkedIn. Well, not LinkedIn mostly, but Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube, and these kind of announcements come there. Offline marketing is right now missing in esports, and offline marketing is what I think should be growing here, because mostly in events, I would say, like sports events, in sports events there is offline marketing. There are people sending mails, not emails, mails
Mm-hmm.
to people, and saying that today there's a event on the stadium, you want to come up and watch, and that's up to you. But in esports there
Okay.
isn't offline marketing, it's completely right now based on online marketing. You might get emails, and you do get SMS as well. Some organizations send SMS, the company SMS.
Yep.
Yeah, online marketing is basically how you get to know it, and the main, I would say, pathway to knowing it is the publisher's platform.
Okay. Very good. Good to know. Right. Final question for now is a futuristic one. So picture yourself in the future, let's say 50 years or so from now. Maybe you've got some grandchildren. Maybe there's people are flocking around you, asking questions about your career and what happened. What would you like your legacy to be? What do you want to be remembered for in the gaming industry in the future?
This is my favorite question. So I have been seeing a dream since 15 days or 20 days. I don't know why.
Okay.
So it's actually about what I see myself in the future. So I have seen, a small scene where I have been giving people directions on how to do that, how to do this. A guy who's in front of the pianist and the violin guys, he started giving them directions like this with the stick, with the
Yep.
wand. So I
The
kind of was
conductor.
doing the same thing in offline event in esports. I was doing that, and then I had an event tomorrow, and I was doing that, and then I was, coming back home, and I play few games with my children, and of course, the studies are very important, and I wouldn't select a future for them. I would want them to select a future for themselves,
Mm-hmm.
and I wouldn't as a parent, in my own opinion, I wouldn't want them to live my dream. I would want them to live their own dream, and I wouldn't push them saying that I want you to become something and you're going to become only that thing. I'm
Yeah.
not looking for you to, become something else, no matter what. So I won't push him. I won't be doing that. I would be telling him, you do what you want, and I'll be supporting that. But
Nice.
make sure you make a proper decision with full analytics, and of course I'll be assisting him with that as well,
Yeah.
uh, or her, of course. And yeah, I have been
Cool.
having this dream that I am kind of coordinating people in esports, and people are meeting me, and I have a huge network, and I kind of made a huge reputation in managing events and esports, and also guiding people, coaching people, giving them what do you call it, having a huge interviews or podcast on stadiums, on platforms, and talking and letting the young generation who are actually looking to create a esports career
Yeah.
how to do it properly. Because my main goal in being in esports is proving people that esports actually is a career,
Right.
because right now in many people's mind esports is not a career,
Sure.
and I want to change that.
Brilliant. That is a fair dream and a very aspirational one as well. So well done. I like that. And let's chat in 50 years and see what happens.
Hope so.
No, thank you, Aaqib. Thank you so much for your time. And to everyone watching again, please do reach out and connect with Aaqib. I know he's super open for collaborations and opportunities. And yeah, I hope we can continue our friendship, my friend. And
Of
we'll
course.
be meeting up as soon as COVID finishes. There'll be opportunities to travel again.
Of course. Of course.
But in the meantime, stay safe and take care. And we'll speak again very soon.